guys, Adam Fenig here with Fenig Equipment. You're tuned into the Talking Shed. Hey, it's been a while since I've done a poly spike twister video. You guys have seen a bunch of them. Hopefully you're fully educated on them by now. The Beck's PFR book came out a month ago and had nothing but great things to say about them again. Return on investment was through the roof. Units emerged per acre higher than any other closing wheel out there. And the best news, we've got them in stock. But for those of you that don't have them already, I want to talk about their success and why they're successful. The first secret is the weight of them. They're lightweight. We got to remember when we're pushing down on that seed has to fight back through that. And when we're working with a really small surface area, 10 pounds of pressure on this wheel can mean up to 40 psi at that little point. And that's a lot of weight for that seedling to come back through, and it simply sometimes can't make it. So the number one secret is the weight. The number two secret is the short spike. For years we've used a really long spike closing wheel. We would call them the finger wheels. And because that spike was so long, we would have to space these wheels out here further apart, 2.5 inches in between the spikes. Can you see that, Cody? Real close? Yeah. 2.5 inches is where they used to have to be. Well, if you're running 2.5 inches out here, you're not really touching the furrow. And you had to be this far, or else the long spikes would flip your seed out of the ground. So with this one, we can be 1.25 inches. That rides right on the edge of that furrow. Well, the closer you are to the furrow, the less down pressure you need. The less down pressure you run, the less PSI you put down on that seed, and it comes through easier. So all we're doing is just barely crumbling that edge of the furrow as we run these poly spikes down that edge. When you run your seed disc, you have an edge, much like you see on this box, and these are just going to run right on the edge and crumble that right down without getting it too tight. The next advantage is the twist, and that comes, you know, these come in a left and a right. I don't know if you can see that, Cody, that R on there. That R, of course, stands for a right, and a left would have an L on it. But there's a twist, and so what happens is when these are running through the field and spinning, they actually, as they engage the soil and leave it, bring some soil into the center. So if you can imagine them running right on that edge, they're kicking just a little bit of soil into that crevice to really seal that thing up real nice. So those are the three main secrets to the success of the Yetter Poly Spike Twister. The advantage that really makes them awesome is that they're awfully inexpensive in the whole realm of things. There's two-stage closing wheel systems out there selling for thousands of dollars a row for $130 for the inserts or $225 for a pair of the completes. You can get the best closing wheel system on the market, optimum emergence. Not only will it be even emergence, which is what we're looking for on corn, but on soybeans, it then ties into the population game. Why are we planting 180,000 and maybe only harvesting 110? That's a 70,000 seed per acre gap. Why don't we get better emergence, get 140 of them to come up, and only plant 160, or even lower yet? So that's what we need to look at. Bean planters, these things are absolutely lights out. I've got hundreds of customers that would say the same thing. And on corn planters, of course, they work very well too. So, like I said, we've got Yetter Poly Spikes in stock. We'll be down at the Louisville Farm Show. Feel free to stop into our booth. But you can see we've got crates of the Yetter Poly Spike Twisters in stock, ready to ship to your farm. That's what we're doing today, talking the secrets of the Yetter Poly Spike Twister. Thanks for tuning in.